doing? Welcome to the Wednesday Night Live. Going a little bit later tonight just because I had work today, so couldn't do my usual 7 o'clock time. It will always be on 7 o'clock for the next few weeks anyway, but I just had work today, so I had to go a little bit later. I've got my Aldi twisted fruits drink that I absolutely love. I can't believe it's $1.99 for 6 cans. It's amazing. It literally tastes like Fanta fruit twist. So yeah, I've got my little drink. And yeah, just tell me, how are you doing? I'm quite tired tonight. I also didn't ask for a guest because I kind of didn't think it was very fair to ask someone to kind of give up most of their evening and, you know, come on at 9 o'clock because it's quite late, really, isn't it? So I didn't think it was very fair to ask someone to kind of wait all evening just to do a YouTube live with me, basically. So I didn't think it was fair to ask a guest for tonight just because it's not a usual time. So saga about the Nike golf top. So I can't remember whether you guys remember. I sold a Nike golf polo shirt. And this was before I went traveling. I sold it and posted it. And then it turned out the item never arrived. It was always showing in transit still. So I did kind of, I went through every avenue I could to try and find out where this parcel was and, everything else. And essentially it has just got lost. My insurance doesn't cover it because I didn't claim within the 30 days, but also the buyer didn't notify me within the 30 days. And I was away traveling anyway, so there wasn't an awful lot I could do about it. So anyway, I issued him a refund, and I issued him a refund for the item, which was £6.57. He's not very happy because I haven't refunded him the postage as well, but I kind of didn't think that I really had to do the postage too. I kind of thought just refunding the item was a full refund, because the buyers always pay the postage anyway. And it's not like, and the item never actually got to him. He hasn't returned it or anything. So yeah, he's not very happy that I just refunded him for the item, basically, even though I bent over backwards for him. And unfortunately, I've had another return today, which was a sea salt dress. There was I think the lining on the inside had just come away a little bit, which I didn't notice. So she wants to send that back, so that's fine. But yeah, if I could kind of get off eBay, I think I probably would. If I could, the problem is for me is that the bulk of my orders do come from eBay. But if I could get off eBay, I would, because I find that I have the most problems with people on eBay, whether that's people wanting to return things, people wanting refunds, weird questions. And I find that eBay is just never really on your side either as a seller. It just kind of automatically sides with the buyer. So yeah, if I can get off eBay and be able to use one platform as my main source of income that wasn't eBay, I totally would, because I just don't get any problems anywhere else. It's only ever eBay. So yeah, lots of work to do to be able to make that happen, because obviously eBay is my biggest source of income. So yeah, lots of work to do for that. Let's just have a little jump down into the chat. We've got Carly at number 53. Hello, thanks for joining. Pat's in. Hi, Pat. Thanks for joining. Gwaz is in. Hello, thanks for joining. And Lindsay and Alvin are in. Hello. She's coming down so yeah, we're nearly at the bottom now anyway. So yeah. And James Bolfines is also on live tonight from 10 o'clock. He's doing, excuse me. Oh, God. He's doing a live from 10 o'clock tonight, and it's a 24-hour live stream again. I think he did one last year too. So yeah, he's done a 24-hour live stream from 10 till 10, and it's basically a 24-hour listathon as well. I did join in for a little bit last year, but I'm not going to join in tonight. But yeah, do head over there and see what he's up to. I think George is popping in as well there for a bit. So yeah, there'll be lots of people like in and out. So do check that out if you want to. Yeah, has anyone got any like questions? Anything that they want to talk about? Anything like that? I did my first posh show this week. I did it on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday or was it Monday? No, it was Monday I did it. I did my first posh show on Monday. I was really nervous about it because I hadn't done it before really, and it was more like the button pressing because I was a bit like, oh, I don't really know, like, am I going to be able to set up the auction right? Are people actually going to see the item and, everything else? So I was really quite nervous about it. But it went fine. It was actually really simple to do. It was really easy. I did also get a guide sent through from Poshmark before I went live as well, which was quite helpful actually. I had lots of like helpful things in there. What I find strange, if you want to add anything into your auction, so say if you think, oh, actually, I'll do another couple of items, you need a second device to be able to do that. You can't just do it off the one device like I do. So if you're planning on just using one device, just make sure you've got kind of everything ready, like all the items that you want to put in your auction, just make sure it's all there ready. Which was, what I did. But yeah, it was a great fun. It was a good time, and it was nice. I sold like probably about 10 or 11 items, all old stock that's just getting in my way now. So I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing them. I'm gonna try and do one once a week, but it's really difficult for me to do it next week because I've got 2 12-hour shifts and lots of late shifts like dotted in between that next week. I think I'm doing like 5 or 6 days of work next week. So it's a bit difficult for me to be able to slot that in. And I like to be off work the next day as well because the postman will bring the labels like the next day. So after the auction, I just packed everything up straight away. And then the next day, the postie brought all the labels for me. So I just took them upstairs, stuck them on, and then brought them down. And that was it, really. I did stupidly like miss to generate a label for one order, though, actually. So I had to print that out at work today. And I'll take that down to the delivery office tomorrow. But my local delivery office, it's changed its opening time. So it used to be open like, I don't know, like 9 till 6 or something, like pretty much every day. Now it's only open between 8 and 10 in the morning and 4 and 6 in the afternoon. So the queues there now, well, there was always like big queues, but the queues are even bigger now because you've only got like two times of day that you can go and like collect your stuff or send stuff. Which is why I kind of wish like Poshmark did have another courier service to like offer, so you could choose like Every or something else if you wanted to, because I don't like dealing with Royal Mail, and 9 times out of 10 actually, when I've had previous Poshmark sales, they always miss a label. They never turn up with all the labels that you need anyway, and I don't know why. So yeah, it's kind of annoying, really. So yeah, just tell me like how all your days have been. What have you been up to today? Like I said, I've been working. So yeah, tell me what you've all been up to. Chris has popped in. Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining. He's been going, 10 today in the morning. And it's part 2 that starts at 10 p.m. Oh, got it. I've got it the wrong way round for some reason. So yeah, 10 a.m. it started today and finishes at 10 p.m. tonight. I've got it. Sean, do you think you could sideways glance the screen in disdain? I was going to town fund a light bulb, but liking this 2 a.m. lighting. Do you mean crowdfund a light bulb? I do actually need some light bulbs, like in my little kitchen area. I've only got one left out of the four, but I quite like the low light of it, to be honest. So I've kind of left it until it goes out. Then I'll have to replace all of them. But I really should like replace all my kitchen lights, to be honest. So I wonder I can see what I'm cooking or what I'm doing. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much like I haven't really got an awful lot more to like say really. So if guys have got any questions, things like that, um, yeah. Otherwise, I may just like hop off. To be honest, I know it's only been like 15 minutes, but um, the chat's pretty quiet, and I don't have an awful lot more to tell you. To be honest, I think I've told you everything that I need to tell you. It was crowdfund, but I spilt vodka on my keyboard. Now it's pissed. Yeah, piss keyboard. More like piss Sean. But yeah, the next few weeks, Wednesday Night Live will be at the usual 7 o'clock. Like I say, it's just because I had work tonight, so couldn't do my usual time. I've got so much crap everywhere in the flat at the moment, to be honest. Um, I've just got loads of stock because like my friend Jade gave me loads of her kids like old toys that they just don't play with anymore. So I've kind of separated all the ones out that I want to sell. I have sold like a few of them already. Um, but the rest of it, I think I'm just going to charity shop it and just make more space in the flat again. Um, all the stuff that didn't sell for the Poshmark auction, I think I'm going to just stick all that into like a bag. Um, so then I've just got access to it rather than putting it all back in the boxes again and then having to dig it all out again for the next time. So yeah. £2 challenge. Well, that's an interesting question, Carly. So I'm gonna go out again tomorrow and try and find something, with the £2. Charity shops in Cheltenham are just so expensive, and it's just so hard to find anything for even like £1, to be honest. So I'm gonna have another little mooch. I may go out to Gloucester tomorrow because it is a little bit cheaper there. Otherwise, what I have to do is go Sunday to the car boot and see if I have more luck there. I think I'm more likely to find something for the £2 challenge at the car boot. I'm also doing the £500 challenge with Reseller Dens, and Flipping Northerners doing it. Thrifty George is doing it. There's a couple of other people doing it, and it's basically you have to start with things around your house, and you flip those, and then obviously try and get £500. But the idea is you're not allowed to start with things that you've sourced or anything like that. You've got to start with essentially like free stuff, basically. Wednesday now busy on YouTube. Yeah, I've always had the 7 o'clock slot, and I've had that for like just over a year now, really. But obviously I've had times where I haven't been able to do it because of work or whatever, and I'm not normally on at this time anyway. So I'd imagine lots of people obviously have got other commitments, they're probably in other people's lives, blah blah blah, which is absolutely fine, it's not a problem. Knee deep in others' lives, yeah, yeah. Like I say, like I'm not usually on at this late. It's only for tonight, Junie, it's a later time, it's usually 7 o'clock. But yeah, like I say, it's not my usual time, and I think a lot of people are in others. So thank you very much to everyone who has tuned in here and has come in to say hello. If you've got any questions at all, then just pop them in the chat and I'll answer them, or anything you want to share or whatever, anything you want to talk about. It doesn't necessarily have to be like reselling related, but yeah, anything you guys want to talk about. Yeah, I think lots of people are in others' lives, which is fine. Uh, oh, thanks, Lindsay and Alvin. Yeah, I think Wednesday, it's just a nice day to do as well, isn't it? Because like it's middle of the week, it's just like a nice day to do, isn't it? So yeah, I am gonna try and hit the charity shops tomorrow for the £2 challenge. I will have a look out in Gloucester, I think, and then otherwise, it's gonna have to be at the car boot. Put 50p in the meter, so I'm trying to stop it from running down the electric, Dave. I'm trying to preserve the meter. I do have a pay and go meter. It's it's not an old coin one though. It's on like a top up key. But thanks for popping in, Dave. I was saying earlier, like 9 o'clock's obviously not my usual time. It's 7 o'clock, but I was at work. But I think there's a lot of a lot of other guys on it this time. So thanks to everyone who has popped in here. I do really appreciate it. Um, Not reseller related at all, but I will be starting leading groups at the place I volunteer at from tomorrow afternoon. Quite nervous but excited too, so need some good luck. Oh well, good luck, Junie. That's great. What's like the leading groups? What do you mean by that? It looks very romantic. So it's only me here. You will probably be better off at the booty with your £2 challenge. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking because, especially in Cheltenham, like the shops are just crazy. So I'm going to give Gloucester a punt tomorrow because it is slightly cheaper in Gloucester. Just see if I can find anything. And like, there's literally no charity shops here that ever have a sale on, like ever. Like they never have like a £2 rail or a £1 rail or anything like that. Like they're quite happy to just let it sit there forever at like full price. Like honestly, I've never ever seen a charity shop in Cheltenham with like having a sale like £2 rail or whatever. So yeah. So yeah, I think car boot on a Sunday is probably going to be my best bet to start my £2 challenge because Adam is well ahead of me because I haven't been able to find anything. Yeah, I just have to get the. That's why I wanted to, hop off a bit early. I've got like other things to do. It's never too much information on here, Dave. We're very open channel over here. Lindsay, wishing you good luck. Um, we'll be running a well-being group where we talk about what things we need to have good mental health and well-being, such as environmental, financial. Yeah, that's good. Cool. That's really good. Hi Sophie. I didn't get notified. Tuned in at 7. Oh no, it's because my normal time is 7, Lin, but I was at work today, so um I've just done a live at 9 just after work, just for tonight only. I just thought I'd pop on just to hop on really. But yeah. Oh, thanks, Pete, for hopping in. Thank you very much. Nice to see you. And Bills and Moon are in. Hello. Thanks for joining. And yeah, I'm just at the bottom now. So if anyone's got anything else they want to share, even if it's too much information, I don't mind. Adam. Yeah, sure. I'll send you the link. Just bear with me. I should get my phone. Oh, you've been on with James. Nice. Cool. Yeah, let me just get my phone and I will text it you a moment. Bear with me 1 minute. StreamYard.com/. Oh God, I can't see the thing. G D S B R 39 P. There we go, Adam. I've messaged it to you. Anyone want a big mouth Billy Bass? I've got a few. No, Dave, you can keep your Billy Basses. Leo says, "Aren't you meant to list them, Dave?" Yeah, I think that is the point. Or is it the fact that you've had them listed and now you can't get rid of them? So you're just trying to palm them off onto everyone else? So James started his 24-hour marathon at 10 o'clock this morning. I thought he was starting it at 10 p.m. tonight. But he's not. He started it this morning. I think if I was going to do it, I'd rather start it like in the evening, because then you can finish and then you could go to bed at nighttime and then be back again kind of into, normal rhythm again for, the next day, rather than starting in the morning and finishing in the morning. And then you've almost got to kind of, I mean, you won't, but try and keep yourself awake all day to go to sleep at night, or you just sleep and end up in a night mode then. So I think I'd rather just start it at a night time, say at like 7 in the evening, finish by 7 in the evening the next day, and then you can just go straight to bed, can't you? Oh, thank you, Pete. I'm really grateful for that. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Oh, yeah, I call Lee Leal because I got confused on his Instagram and then called him Neil, and that's not his name, and I got all confused. So I decided just to call him best of both and just call him Leal. I had a few beers at the time. Yep. I'm going to be on a listathon tomorrow because I'm off tomorrow. So I've got quite a few bits I need to get listed and get on. You have got a few names now, haven't you? So you got Leo, Tommy Lee. What else? What other names have you got? I'm sure Nicola has a few names to call you as well. I expect she does. Where's Norcross? I don't know where that is. Hmm. My message isn't sent to Adam for some reason. Don't know if my WhatsApp is playing up. I'll copy it. It's just got the time circle around. There's no ticks there or anything. It keeps saying connecting. Ah, here we go. Yeah, he's messaged me saying, "Can you text at me? WhatsApp's down." There we go. I've texted him. I've always known Lee as Basher or Bash. Why? Just because he likes to bash things with a hammer? Oh, he's tried phoning me as well. I didn't see that. Because my phone goes on to night mode from like 9 o'clock. So my phone, if anyone like texts me or rings me or whatever, it doesn't vibrate. It just goes on to like sleep mode. Maybe I'll text him again now. Oh, here he comes. Hello. You alright?
I am now.
So, were you listing stuff?
No, because obviously I got just on my phone. I mean, I did some listings this morning, but I went on about 10:30.
Okay.
I was just there for the bants, and
Yeah.
then because I'd done all my listing, and I'd done all I was there. Sorry, excuse me. I'd wrapped all my stuff which was going out. Then I left at 11, and then I went back on about an hour ago.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Oh,
which
good.
is so what he's doing, just to give everyone a heads up of what he's spending the first 12 hours doing his pictures, and then from 10 p.m. till 10 a.m. he's actually physically doing his listing then. So he's been stood up taking pictures of all of his stuff for nearly 12 hours.
And now we'll be listing it all.
Yeah, so what he has to do apparently with StreamYard and YouTube, the maximum that he can stay online is 12 hours.
Yeah.
And so he's going to be sending out a second link later on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I said I'll join him later on as well. And
Are you
I
on nights tonight or not?
no, I'm at home tonight.
Oh, yeah. I joined him on the last one he did, like last year, or it was either early this year, like January time perhaps or something. I can remember it was winter. Um, yeah, I did join him for a bit on that one.
It's good to be honest. I mean, um, I think George has been on all day with him, and
Yeah.
Becca's busy's been on all day. I think because
Yeah.
they both times when I logged in, they've both been there.
Mm.
But there's been a few people who's been on today. Chris from Cookie and the Haydens, he's been on a couple of times. Trying to think who else has been on. Loads of people who have never met before, and there was
Yeah.
some he was on it earlier on just from America.
Yeah.
Um, I think she's because he's on like some group, isn't he? Is it Daily Refinement? I think it is.
Yeah. He's on with
Yeah,
the
so
private
she
group
got
and
the link.
the
She got the,
UK schools.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's not for me. I don't think the daily refinement group, but I can see how lots of people do find it helps them or benefits them or whatever. But it's not something for me. I don't think.
at first I thought you meant 24-hour listing wasn't for you.
No, I don't think that's for me either.
Oh, I've done 7 today. That's enough.
Hmm. Yeah, on my days off, I try and get like 10 done. And then I try and get a draft bank up together as well, just so I've got something there for, like, if I've got a day at work, I can still list some new stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh.
but yeah, I can't believe how much the train is to St Helens. That's mad. £74 for a single.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
crazy. I was thinking the other night, guys. I thought, oh, do you know what? I'm going to go up and see Adam. We'll do some charity shopping. I hadn't actually asked him or anything. I just decided, and then looked at the train price. It was £74 just for a single. It was absolutely mad.
Yeah.
What's Lyndon been doing? Went to Lavender Farm today. Half acre of purple. You could smell it about 10 minutes before we actually saw it. Oh, that's nice. I really need to send your stuff, Lin. I am going to get this sorted. I promise you I will get it sorted. I just keep forgetting. I will send your stuff. When's your next live on Poshmark, Sophie? I can't do next week because I'm working like 5 or 6 days, and 2 of them are 12-hour shifts as well. So I can't do it next week. So I think it'll have to be the week after. I wouldn't mind turning it into like a weekly thing. But I think I made, after the fees, I made £50, which I was quite happy with. Like, for an hour's work, that's not bad, really, is it?
I think you did all right, so to be honest. I thought you was quite engaging all the time, and I didn't realise that the auction time was just going to be for 30 seconds, but I still think you did pretty well, to be honest. You didn't kind of like freeze, or there was no awkward silences or anything like that. I think you really held it together, so I think you should give yourself a big pat on the back.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was like it's quite hard, like keeping it going, to be honest. And I did set all the because you can do either 30 seconds, 45 seconds, or 60 seconds, and I did set everything at 30 seconds.
Mm.
But that was also mainly because I had 35 items to get through, and I didn't want it to go on forever. So it went on for about an hour
Yeah.
through them. So yeah, it was good. And I don't think, like, £50 after fees, that's not bad. And it's all old stock as well. It's all things that were getting in my way. So it's gone now, some
Yeah.
of it. So
Get it reinvested.
yeah. Yeah.
You had many sales today.
I've had one, but they haven't paid for it yet, and that was one for my £500 challenge with reseller dens. So starting with like your own stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, they haven't paid for it yet. And then for the £2 challenge, I'm going to have a look in Gloucester tomorrow because that's a bit cheaper. And then if not, I'm going to have to go up the car boot Sunday, and I think that's probably going to be my best bet of finding something for the £2 start.
Yeah, just 3 for me today. One of them was a Gloucester shirt, one of my own Gloucester shirts.
Where was it?
Yeah, yeah. Well, they're my team, aren't they? Because that's where the brother-in-law lives.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Dursley, doesn't he?
yeah.
So they're my rugby union team.
Yeah. I've never actually been in Kingsholm Stadium. I've been past it obviously like so many times, but I've never actually been in it.
I've been. It's quite good. It's quite a good atmosphere actually. Only been to the one game, but it was good. It was a European match, and they was playing the Italian team, Zebra.
Oh.
And coincidentally, their kit is like black and white zebra print.
Yeah.
Gloucester battered them, something like 50 odd points to 12 or something.
Yeah.
That's good atmosphere, and like all the chants, Gloucester, Gloucester. Yeah, they got all different fruity Kingstone press ciders on sale. Yeah, it was good. It's all right.
Will it still be in date? Yeah, it will, Lin. I promise. I bet it's squished. Tonks are doing Saturday night again. Looks like they're trying to do a weekly live. Yeah. Um, have people given up on Whatnot now, or did that never get going over here? I literally couldn't get on it for love nor money, so I gave up with it. But I'm fine with that because Poshmark works out just as well as me. It's got pretty much the same feature, so it works out just as well for me, especially for like clothing and things.
Can you, do you have to? Can anybody do a live show, or have you got to like get to a certain status on
What
Poshmark?
on Posh? Yeah, you got to be a Posh ambassador, and then you can do live shows. So you've got to do like um 15 sales, have a rating of above 4.8 stars, have done 5,000 shares of your own items and 5,000 shares of other people items, which is actually really quite easy to do. And there's something else. Give a thank you note to someone, and there's something else you've got to do, but it's not actually that difficult to do. And then once you've got the ambassador status, you can do live shows. Um, but I think it will get rolled out to like for anyone to do. But I'm not sure how long they're keeping it for. Is like just ambassadors can do it.
Do you not think that if they let any Tom, Dick, or Harry do it, it's just going to get saturated?
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Yeah,
How are they going to cope with so many people doing shows at certain times during the day? Because everyone's going to do it.
yeah,
Their servers will just completely crash.
yeah. Maybe they will just keep it as ambassadors then.
I think they probably will do. I mean, I'm not the biggest Poshmark advocate, but I can see. I think if you personally, I think if you're putting the effort in and the work in on there, then you deserve to be given that opportunity to use that platform to do your lives. That's just
Yeah,
my take on it.
yeah,
And I think Poshmark ambassadors would feel cheated if everyone could just do it. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
There's,
yeah,
there's got to be some sort of happy medium, hasn't there?
yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, Car boot Chris does Whatnot, but I think it's overrun with trading car sellers. Yeah, it is, and it is more like Whatnot. I think it is more for that kind of thing, like toys, cards, collectibles, all that kind of stuff. Rather than because the bulk of what I sell is clothing, so Poshmark works as a better platform for me than Whatnot anyway. And I literally could not get on it. Couldn't get on it for love or money.
It's very big in the States for video games. There's a couple of YouTubers who I watch in the States, Retro Rick and Phoenix Resale, and they're always doing whatnot auctions.
Yeah, yeah, and um, to get kind of like accepted on it, you had to like give them like your YouTube, your Instagram, and like I think they wanted you to have like quite a big following, which I've got just over 1,000 followers on my Instagram, so that's not bad. Um, but yeah, just never ever got the email saying that I was actually accepted on it, and I don't know why. And then I tried chasing it a couple of times. They just told me to reapply, which I did. Still the same thing. Just could never get on it. So I just gave up with it in the end. Um, sounds like a right palaver. It's not really, actually. You can do it like pretty quickly, to be honest. It's not like a massive task. I actually found the thing that took me the longest was sharing my own stuff. I was sharing loads of other people's stuff. And then I was thought, oh yeah, God, I've got to share mine. I think it's going to be quite soon that they are open up to anyone. As I remember, Cheryl said in a recent YouTube vlog when she spoke about maybe doing a live. What, as in the Poshmark lives are going to be open up to anyone, or Poshmark itself? Because Poshmark itself still isn't like totally open to the public yet. So it's only people who have been, referred in who can use it.
Oh, so it's only like business to business, reseller to reseller.
at the moment because it's all people that got referred in. It's still not open totally. Like if you go to the Poshmark website, it still says join the waiting list. So it's only like if you joined the waiting list, in the first place, like I did. Um, and then obviously you got all the referral codes round. So, everyone was sending out their referral codes. So the only people who are in it at the moment is people who joined the wait list and people who got referred.
Oh, right. So I get to use your code, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That
it's
makes
still
sense.
not, you can't go on there still and just make an account. You've got to join a waiting list still.
Yeah.
So that's why in the auctions, there are a lot of other resellers, buying stuff from you or whatever, which I don't mind. I really don't mind. Like, as long as it's gone and like it's old stock, it's gone and gets out of my way, whatever. I really don't care.
Well,
Um,
that kind of doesn't make sense to me because surely if you're a reseller and you're going to buy from another reseller, you're not going to pay the top dollar, are you? What the other
no,
reseller asking?
and that's why like a lot of things in the auctions, they do go for like the £5 start or whatever, depending on what you got. Like some people will auction it out and you'll get a bit more for it. Might get say up to like 20 or whatever. I mean, obviously, like people like the luxury pickers, they do sell a lot of more high end stuff, so they get obviously a lot more for their stuff, which they will. Um,
But they're probably going to get a lot more traction as well because of the presence.
yeah,
And when it comes to the high end stuff, they're probably the most. Well, I can't think of anybody else who knows as much as what they do. I mean, if there's
yeah,
somebody, then let me know. But so,
yeah.
did you see the Instagram post a couple of days ago from Pound Girl Reseller? Do you follow Cheryl?
I think I do, yeah, but I
Well,
don't
she
think I
said
saw
Posh
it.
being Poshmark being clicky and like
Really?
people who she was speaking to before, she was speaking to them so much now because of Poshmark. But she doesn't predominantly sell. She doesn't sell much clothing. But I don't. I might be wrong here, but I don't think she understood like how much work you have to put into Poshmark. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah.
Is it clicky? I don't know.
I wouldn't say I find it to be like a lot of people know each other, and a lot of people on there have now started, following me on Instagram or whatever. Um, I wouldn't necessarily say that. Um, was it like a live she did, or just like a photo post?
No, she did. She did it on a story. So
So that'll be gone now, won't it?
yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. My Instagram, for some reason, seems to come up with a hell of a lot of shit and not that much reselling content on my feed, and I don't know why. It just comes out with all sorts of shit. So I miss a lot of people's posts.
Is it with as a personal one as well?
No, that's my SB reselling one.
Right,
For
okay.
some reason, like I'll get like a few of people's like posts, but then I just get like loads of like crap and like meme kind of stuff and things like that.
Hmm.
That's the bikers going up and down the road.
Hey, we need to pray for some good weather this weekend.
Yeah,
Actually, going to go to a car boot. Is
yeah.
is Dave still in? Is Dave still in the chat? ABL.
I don't know. He might have hopped off. He hasn't put anything with too much information on for a little while.
Right. I just don't know where to go. I don't know whether to go to Bolton, Bursker, Warrington, Bootle. I don't know really.
Yeah, you got loads round by you, haven't you?
Or cheap.
What's Junie saying? Shell's trying to see when she could book a live, and only two times were available. Both are at 9 p.m. Yeah, I have to admit because obviously now more and more people are getting their Poshmark ambassador status. Obviously, more and more people are doing lives. So I managed to get a Monday slot at 7, but it was either 7 or 9. So I think I must have just got the 7 o'clock slot before anyone else did. But I also booked it probably about 10 days or so in advance as well. So, oh, sorry, I've got hiccups now. So I'm drinking fizz. So yeah, maybe just book it in advance, I think.
I'm in on a few weeks.
How long have I been an ambassador for, would you say?
Did I say that?
I thought you said that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought I heard I just heard like a few weeks, and I
I
was like,
said I'm in your neck of the woods in a few weeks.
"Oh, are you? Oh, so I just heard like the few weeks part. I didn't hear the first part of the sentence, so I thought that was what you were
Yeah.
asking."
Oh, I am going down to my brother-in-law's 20th of August.
Oh,
The
are you?
problem, the problem is though I can't get out and about because I'm having a minor operation the day before, so I have to rest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, oh well, but yeah,
But I don't, to be honest though, so I don't think I would have been able to go out shopping anyway because I think the plan is to for me to rest and the kids are going to
yeah,
like going to they might be going to Longleat or something and
yeah. Oh, Limelight's got a question for you. Which is your favourite car boot, Adam?
I don't go to car boots.
Don't you at all?
Don't tell how many car boots I've been to since I've been a reseller.
How many?
4.
Oh, really?
I hate them.
Do you? Why?
I don't like, maybe it's me, but I don't like the thought of like people going around like plagues of locusts going around people's boots and stuff while they're trying to get set
Yeah,
up. I think it's the height of rudeness. It pisses me off when I
yeah,
watch those videos, and I'm like thinking, yeah, all right, people are there to grab the bargains. And obviously, I understand it's the full time job, and
yeah,
they've got to get the best stuff while it's hot. Have a bit of decorum. You know what I mean? Just let people get set up before you
yeah.
jumping in the and, and
That
picking
does
it.
wind me up as well, actually.
Like it. I don't like it. It doesn't sit well with me, and I couldn't be one of those people who does that. And that it just puts me off. But yeah, but I'm gonna go to one on Sunday if the weather's all right.
And that'll be like your fifth one. And then that'll do you for like the rest of the year.
It depends on the experience, really.
Yeah,
Because the last one I went to properly, I'm not counting the indoors one which I went to because that was an absolute disaster. The last
yeah,
one I went to properly, an outdoors one, was Warrington about a year ago, and and obviously you do get a lot of traders, but I just thought it was full of traders.
yeah,
Probably about 70% traders to 30% private stalls.
yeah.
But I suppose you shouldn't let a bad experience put you off. I didn't have a bad experience, but yeah, I just think it's something I need to get into more because you can't keep. I mean, obviously, being part time, I don't have to rely on getting as much stuff in as everybody else in and things like that. But at the same time, charity shops to just asking some charity shops just asking stupid prices. I
Oh, yeah.
think I think have you been into an Age UK recently? They're worse than the British.
Yeah, they've got really bad.
They're terrible.
Yeah, yeah, because there was an Age UK in Hester's Way. I used to go in there all the time because it was all priced like as it should be, sort of thing, for everyone, not just resellers, like for everyone. And then they started putting on even like Abercrombie and Fitch shirts for like £20.
Yeah.
Ralph Lauren ones were like 20 to 30. And before, all of that would have been like a fiver.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just like, yeah, they've got really bad. But they used to be my favourite ones, AGKs.
I don't think I have it. I think the favourite one, the best one near me is I have two which are going regularly if I'm doing the school drop off.
Yeah,
That's because it's right next to my daughter's school. It's a YMCA. They're pretty good, and there's the one around the corner is a Willowbrook Hospice. So that's a local hospice in our town, and they've got about 6 or 7 shops dotted around the area. Um, they're all right, but even the Willowbrook one now, the manager of it, she just puts silly prices on things,
yeah,
and she's putting like pairs of Adidas trainers, not even like really good quality ones. And she put them in the shop window for like 20 quid. I'm like thinking,
yeah,
no one's going to buy these.
yeah, yeah. Even just like really basic Adidas trainers, like the price they're putting on them, it's like, oh God, really?
I mean, going back to Age UK, so the one in St Helens Town Centre, they now have a designer rail.
Oh,
Where,
really?
yeah, so like where you'll put like Ralphie's on and Super Dry and and brands what they think are really going to sell really really well. They've got a pair, and it was there nearly a month ago, and it was there the last time I went. They've got a pair of All Saints men's All Saints jeans. They're not in good nick. For 25 quid. You'd have thought they'd been worn by the fucking real All Saints bill band for that price.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It is. It's just ridiculous. But it's like the PDSA shop in town. They've got a vintage section, and it's basically where they put all the Levi's, all different stuff, um, and they just charge like 30 quid for like a pair of Levi's, and all sorts. And it's the same sort of like thing. I went and see Ryder last week, and he had a Nintendo Wii. I bought a couple of Wii wheels, and he was like, "Oh, we've got a Wii down here," and I was like, "Oh yeah," and it was in the glass cabinet thing. I hadn't spotted it, um, but they had like a couple of controllers with it, a Wii board, the Wii, and that, and they wanted like 80 quid for it, and I said, "Oh, you won't get that," and he said, "Well, I think we will because that's what they go for on eBay," and I was like,
Lockdown they were, but
"Not, yeah, not so much now, and more like kind of 60 push." And I was like, "You won't get that." And I nearly said, "Well, you won't get it because you're a charity shop, not you're not selling online, kind of thing."
well, I was Sue Ryder. Um, every item is a pound.
Really?
Yeah, but I think it's like and that's footwear, coats, jackets, shoes, everything's a quid.
Wow.
But I think it's like an outlet charity shop.
Yeah.
That's that's where basically they have a lot of shit.
Mm.
And like cast off stuff or heavily marked stuff or stuff that looks like it really could do with a good iron. Do you know what I mean? It's not visually appealing. I've picked up maybe one or two items there in the past, nothing major. But there's another good one in the town centre. That's called Claire's House, and all the items of clothing is 1.99.
Oh wow.
Uh, Blanket across the door, ladies, men's, kids. Every item of clothing is 1.99. Obviously, like footwear, toys, bric-a-brac, and all that, they're individually priced, but all clothing is 99.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Rummage Around actually got a Lacoste polo shirt from there, and I
Yeah.
think he flipped it for 80 quid because it was like a special one which the tennis player Andy Roddick wore, or it
Yeah.
was his,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
So
Yeah, there's just nothing like that by me. It's just
did you
yeah.
have a look? Did you have a look? Say how much a train ticket would be to Liverpool? Because I'm thinking. to get to St Helens, you would probably have to change at a couple of train stations.
Yeah, you do.
Right, so that might be incorporated in cost. You might be better off if you was coming up this way, looking at going to Liverpool.
Cheltenham to Liverpool. There's train line. There's train line. Uh, I'm going to put it as September just to see, just because that'll be out of school holiday time then, just see if it's any cheaper. Yeah, 43 quid you can get one for.
That's much better.
Yeah. Yeah, it is cheaper. It's only, some have got one change, some have got two. But yeah, it's cheaper. Just have to change it, Birmingham New Street.
Yeah, because when I shop in Liverpool, I don't go to the city centre.
No.
I go to there's a couple of like big areas in Liverpool where you could go to, but I go to an area called Old Swan. It's about 3 miles away out of the city centre, but it's like its own little village, so to speak.
Hmm.
And I just park on the Tesco's, and then you just make your way down this one street, and they've got like 11 charity shops.
Wow.
You usually do very, very well when I go to Old Swan, and stuff's reasonably priced.
Yeah. Oh, that's
There's,
good.
there's not an Edge UK in sight. Yeah, they do have a British Heart Foundation.
Oh god, British Heart Foundations are just the worst as well, aren't they?
Oh, I'll tell you what was the worst yesterday. So when I was out, I called in, funnily enough, another Willowbrook hospice, and I went in and I thought, hey, they look like football shirts, or because I saw like this La Liga badge on the arm,
Yeah.
and I went over. It was a Juventus. There was a Juventus shirt, new with tags, and there was a Real Madrid shirt, new with tags, but they was fake. Both fake.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah,
What did they have them on for?
£8 each.
Oh, really? I bet they wouldn't have known they were fake either.
No, not at all.
No.
And it's quite easy to determine Adidas football shirts fakes,
Yeah.
even though they look legitimate because they might have like Real Madrid or Juventus on the tags. If you look like on the tag, they're just always marked Adidas JSY,
Right.
rather than like Adidas Juventus or Adidas Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Just marked up as Adidas JSY. You 99 times out of 100, it's going to be fake.
I picked up a fake Barcelona shirt once and I didn't know it was fake at the time. And the only like giveaway was on the inside label, it didn't have a QR code. That was like it.
Yeah, that's the thing with Nike, especially like new stuff. Like you can look in any like Nike products, even if they're fake, they're gonna have like big floppy tag which will say like made in the Netherlands or made in Cambodia or whatever it is.
Yeah.
When you look closer enough, there's usually like a small little tab underneath, and it will have the swoosh and then like a QR code, or like a like a product code, and then most of the time you'll find that that's legitimately real.
Yeah. Yeah. It can be quite difficult to tell with some football shirts. Like if you don't follow football or you don't deal with them like a lot, it can be quite difficult to tell.
Did you see Wazim? Did you follow Wazim resells?
Wazim we sells.
Wazim, Azim resells.
Do I? Let me look. I'm not too sure if I do.
He's the one who got me into, like, buying all the football shirts in Vinted on Vinted.
Yeah.
I think he's just sold like a massive bundle today for 200 quid to someone.
Oh, I think I'm following him now. You can get some good money out of shirts, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, of course you can. But I think you've definitely got to find the older ones.
Yeah.
If you're getting like a newer style shirt, it's usually the third kits and the away kits which do better than the home kits because
Yeah.
they're not produced as much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I mean, especially if you can get, like 90s kits, like, you're well in there.
Yeah, yeah. My best sale on a football shirt was an Everton one.
Oh,
Uh, Funnily enough, an away one from 1994-95 season. And funnily enough, it was in a British Art Foundation. I only paid £3 for it.
really?
Yeah, flipped it for 40.
Oh, nice. I got oh, do you remember those Arsenal shirts I found? I got like 30 or 35 for one, and then I got 50 or 55 for the yellow one.
Did
And
Kieran buy them for you, or did buy one from you, or did you sell it to someone else?
no, he didn't buy it in the end. He
Okay.
asked what the price was. I think I wanted 60 for it, and he he left it. But I sold it on Vinted for 50, I think.
Yeah,
So it wasn't bad.
good stuff. Oh,
Right, I'm gonna head off and start playing Zelda Breath of the Wild and have some food. I haven't eaten really much today.
how many shrines have you done?
Oh God. Um, maybe like 15, I think. I've
Right.
done one Divine Beast, the elephant one,
Yeah.
Zora's one, and then because I find a lot of the time I just run around getting killed by shock arrows and cooking stuff. That's pretty much like all I do. And I can't seem to find like, where all the other stuff is.
Do I tell you what's the best thing to do?
Yeah,
Um, Without cheating. If you want to cheat and find where all the shrines are,
yeah.
then go on YouTube. Austin John Plays. He tells you where every single shrine is.
Oh well, I tell you, I was tired today.
But the best way to if you want to explore the game, the best
Yeah,
way to do it is you know the big towers which you can go up and then put the super.
watchtowers.
Yeah, you know like the big towers and the glowing
Yeah,
orange.
yeah,
Yeah. So go up go up those and then it opens up the map.
yeah. I've
Yeah,
done quite a few of those. There's been a couple that I haven't managed to get at because I've just been like shot with fucking shock arrows all the time and
yeah.
stuff.
And I would say as well, a good tip is when you're doing a shrine, um, don't be tempted to go for the heart containers option first.
Yeah, see, that's what I did, and then I realised actually you
Stamina.
can get the hearts really easily through meals. Like it's the stamina that you need. So yeah, next orbs I'm getting, I think I've got 3 left at the moment. So the
Yeah,
next orbs I'm getting, I'm just going to get all my stamina wheel
yeah.
up.
Yeah, I replayed it, Breath of the Wild, and complete brilliant.
Yeah, I have
Fantastic.
enjoyed it. Like I've had to YouTube quite a lot,
So
but
good.
I have
It's so
enjoyed
good.
it.
I mean, I've got Tears of the Kingdom, but I haven't put it in yet. But apparently, it's 3 times the size of Breath of the Wild.
Oh, is it? Bloody hell. Well, my brother wants, he's just lent it to me. He's coming back this month at the end of the month and he wants to take it back with him. So I'm just trying to get in as much game time like as possible.
Yeah.
But
Right,
yeah.
well, I'll leave.
All right then. Well, thanks for joining, everyone.
I'm going to play God of War Ragnarok.
How are you?
Yeah, that's what I'm on.
Oh, thanks for coming on, Adam.
Pleasure. Pleasure.
And thanks for joining, everyone. And I'll be back at usual time, 7 o'clock tomorrow. Not tomorrow. In the weeks coming, it'll be 7 o'clock. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.